So we're talking to Travis Johnson, an officer of Carrollton Police Department, and I know you've been actively participating in a program on servant leadership for several years. So would you tell me, when you think about servant leadership, how would you describe it or define it?
And the first thing that I think about, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of servant leadership is Mac Tristan. Mac, I've been with the Carrollton Police Department almost 13 years, and since the first day that I met him, he makes you feel very comfortable with his style of leadership. His leadership is from your level. He is not a person who sits at the top and commands down. He is a person who stands beside you. We kind of talk amongst ourselves, a lot of the officers, and when we talk about it, he's a man that gets in the trenches, so to speak, with you. He's one of those generals that doesn't stand on top of the hill and watch his troops battle. He's on the battlefield with you. He leads from there all the time, and he's always welcoming in your strategies, in your ideas. He's a great listener. So the first thing that I always think about when I think of servant leadership is Mac Tristan.
And how did that change your feeling about your work?
Tremendously. It gave me a great sense of empowerment because, as officers, we're on the field all the time, and we are dealing with the civilians, the citizens that are the victims of the crimes, and we know what the criminals think, and we know how they act, we know what their modus operandi is, and he welcomes your ideas as to what's the best way to attack this problem, what's the best way to serve the community. And so it's a great feeling because with a college education and training, years of experience, that you have valid, valuable information to give, and he's welcoming of that as opposed to a lot of other. So.
That's great.